All right. Well, now we got to end it on like one funny kind of like, you know,
One funny type of question.
yeah.
Well, you pick it.
I will probably say, ooh, do you wish we could work out now? That's a good one.
Whoa. That's
For y'all.
intense.
That's for the viewers.
I need a shot. I need a shot.
What? Answer the question. It's for the viewers want to know. What's up, guys? Back again. I'm super excited to be back. Welcome to Still Talk with my ex. I'm Brandon.
I'm Ariel.
And today we got another special video for you. And there's Ariel's dog.
Here's Carmela. She is Carmela.
What? What's up, Carmela? She's going to be hosting with us today, y'all. But we're super excited. Everybody always asks Ariel and myself, like, how is it being exes and managing the podcast channel? And we always say it's like, it comes pretty natural. Like, it doesn't, we don't feel no type of ways about it. We just like to have fun. And it's an opportunity for us to, like, you know, sort of pick on each other with questions that we have. So today we are going to be actually asking each other some very awkward questions.
Oh boy.
This should be very fun because I have not taken a look at Ariel's question, so I do not know what she's going to ask. Ariel does not know what I'm going to ask.
I don't know his question.
So y'all, we apologize.
Y'all say a prayer for us.
Please, and I mean, please pray.
Help the timbers.
Because we don't know how this is going to go, but we know it's going to go good because we're going to be transparent with you all.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, backstory, Ariel and I, we dated for years. We were on the fast track to marriage, actually, if you don't know that.
Yep.
And just experienced a lot of life and, you know, had an amazing relationship and you know, just decided to be friends because it was, you know, we just felt like at that time we were just kind of best being friends.
Ready.
And then, of course, it would just happen that we would, you know, reconnect, and we always kind of do. But I felt like Ariel, we always kind of do like a touch bases, like happy birthday, something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think we were always cordial. Yeah. It wasn't anything that was just like, you know what, I hate this N-word.
Well, I don't know, because you said that you did hate being one of the so
I did hate you. Okay. This is true. But I think past that point of hatred, and once I was able to get over it, I think it was, you know, fairly cordial.
I got you. So we just managed to still be friends and laugh and fun. So without further ado, Ariel, I'm going to allow you to ask you and Carmela to ask your first question.
Okay. I'm nervous too. Do your friends hate me?
Do my friends hate you? No.
Oh, nice. That's interesting.
You think that my friends hated you?
No,
okay.
I don't think. I never thought that. I never got that from any of your friends that I was introduced to. I think a couple of mine may not think.
Your friends probably hated you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why I didn't do anything to those people.
Well, you did talk kind of cash crazy to a couple of them. But, you know.
I was honest, y'all. And maybe I was, you know, I don't know. I can't remember. So long ago. It just escaped me.
It is.
You know what I mean?
I don't remember most of the things.
All right. I guess I can do my question. And again, y'all, we have not looked at each other's questions, so we just are
this is random.
Exactly.
Random selection.
Random, like a lottery.
Yeah.
And if you hit the lottery, make sure you send some of that to stilltalk@gmail.com. Stilltalkwithmyex@gmail.com. But anyways, Ariel, this is my question for you. It's kind of a loaded question, actually. What's your biggest regret about our relationship?
Wow. Wow, it's you? Why would you get such a hard?
Listen, we're giving the people what they want. They didn't want. This is not scripted.
Clearly, like wow. Okay. Repeat the question again.
What's your biggest regret about our
relationship?
Former relationship.
About our former relationship. I would say that my biggest regret would be like not having a sense of boundaries as it pertained to who could say what, speak to whomever about the relationship, and not necessarily putting people in their place as it pertained to discussions about you and I and whatever it was that we were dealing with. And also, I think a big regret of mine is like going to friends and family and only telling them like one side and not really telling them everything that was involved, so that they could give me an honest answer of like, sis, you tripping, or it was always kind of like just this open arm kind of, he ain't ish, you need to leave him, or type of scenario. And so I think that's like the biggest regret, because honestly, when I think about like our previous relationship, or our former relationship, and we really did have like some good times, and I know that a lot of the chaos and things came from me just kind of like not talking to you about things, and I actually went and talked to other people. And I know we've talked about that too, of like me not feeling like you were a safe space to really communicate to, which is why I did it. But at the same time, it wasn't the best.
Right.
Yeah, it wasn't the best option in terms of communication, and also just like not setting boundaries with family members and whatnot, because that was also a big to do. Yep.
I understand that. See, that wasn't so bad.
What was your biggest regret? You gotta answer your question too.
That ain't how it's supposed to go. You're just supposed to ask me a different question.
Listen, we changing the rules.
She don't play by the rules, y'all. Can you see? She do not play by the rules.
We are amending rules. Go ahead.
Probably my biggest regret would just be not, I guess, giving you the space to really feel heard and safe. I mean, sometimes just because you say I'm approachable doesn't mean that you actually facilitate that. And when I look back, and fellas, this is what we have to realize. It's just like, you have to make sure that like you are not just saying it, but that you're actually showing your girl that she can come to you when there was a conversation that, if there was ever something that Ariel wanted to talk about, and I would usually just go, say what I needed to say. And then by the time it was probably time for her to say what she needed to say, it was probably like, well, dang, it's a closed door. And so just remember to over communicate, be active, or try to be active listener, because that can really help you, circumvent some of the issues of just like not having that safe space, and really listening and trying to even defend some of the other person, how they feel, so that you can understand. So that's probably my biggest regret.
Okay. Cool. Do any songs or TV shows remind you of me?
Does any what?
Songs or TV shows remind you of me?
That's a good question. Sometimes, like, and I think I've said this to you, like when I watch Insecure.
Yeah, that was lovely for me.
Yeah, exactly. I can see like a little bit of just some of what we were dealing with. Maybe not specifically now. Our characters are not.
Let us be clear.
What's the character's name? Ray?
You talking about Ethan Lawrence?
Yeah, Ethan Lawrence. We are not Ethan Lawrence by no means.
We are not.
At all. But there are certain things, there are certain themes and typologies that we identify with, like communication, and the intensity of some of the conversations that they might have had. We can kind of like concede that we probably felt. But maybe like Insecure kind of makes me think of a little bit about you, or about our relationship when I watch it. It would remind me of you.
agree. This
And
last
that
season.
song by
definitely-
112. What is it? Hey Lover? Is that LL Cool J in 112? Because I used to say Hey Lover to you.
Oh yeah, you did.
Mm-hmm.
You did. I don't know. Insecure, definitely this last season, that last date they went on. I was like, yeah, that one. Songs. Maybe like no.
Looking like, let me see what she about to say.
I don't know, because I feel like, you know, maybe like a Frankie Beverly and Maze, because that's like you love them.
Yep. I love Frankie Beverly Maze. Fun fact about me. My first concert.
Yeah. Right. So, yeah. Maybe like a Frankie Beverly and Maze song.
Okay. That was a good one. Next question. Because I'm sure hopefully y'all are enjoying this. This is kind of obvious.
Right.
Did I ever do anything to make you jealous?
Yeah, you did, but it's not a bad jealousy, right? Like, by no means. I think sometimes when we were together, you would just really like take some time and be like, you know what, I got to take some space away. I really got to just like get away and pray. And I would just be like, dang, you make me feel like a heathen. Even though like I had a strong prayer, like, knew Jesus, listen, but still, it would just be like, well, darn it. Sometimes, like, maybe I need to get somewhere, go pray too.
Yeah, I feel you. But that's what make you jealous.
Huh?
So that would just kind of make you feel a little jealous.
Yeah.
You can't be jealous of the Lord.
I know. I'm aware of that, but you asked. That's the thing that came to mind.
I feel you.
Yeah. Oh, is it on me? You're not gonna answer?
Oh, I'm supposed to answer?
I told you we amended the rules. You didn't hear me?
Okay, active listening, guys.
Right.
Is there anything that you did to make me? I don't really get jealous easily, but if you did anything to make me, okay. It was one time, y'all, that Ariel and I were in a restaurant, and I don't know who this guy was, but I'll never forget the days. I was probably so mad at her. I could literally threw her out the car. So mad at her. But anyways, I'm telling y'all the story. So it was around Ariel's birthday, and I think she, I wanted to do some other stuff, but it just wasn't optimal at the time. I was on a budget, fellas. So I don't know if she was in her feelings about that or whatever. But we were at an Olive Garden, and we were leaving, and I don't know if it was one of her line brothers or
no, it was my classmate. It was my classmate. We had just graduated, or
it was her classmate. I'm gonna tell the story. Thank you. It was her classmate, and we were walking out of this restaurant, and then like she just all of a sudden sees him, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, and like hugging. I'm like, what the actual blank is going on? Never introduced me. The guy introduced himself to me, which is a no-no. And so everything and he was a nice brother, and this is no indictment to him. Everything he said after that, I was just like, saw red.
Yeah.
Then we get to the car. Then she left the food. Oh my God. So that was one thing that she did that made me jealous, or probably enraged me. I was super mad about it. I was super pissed off about that.
You were extremely pissed off about that. You didn't want to talk to me for a while.
Oh, matter of fact, I said, don't even talk to me after a while. Yep.
Yeah.
She had gone off, went to, I think, like
Travel.
for training.
Training?
But only communicate with her through text. I was very mad.
We're extremely upset, and we didn't resolve it before I left.
Yep. So.
Man. Moral of the story is don't be rude, and if you are in your feelings, don't do something that you know is gonna get a rise, thinking that you're trying to teach somebody a lesson. Just like be honest about your feelings in the moment.
Please.
As best as you can.
Please.
Oh goodness. So we both had significant others after our former relationship. Have you ever told any of your significant others about me?
Yeah, I feel like I have. I mean, it hasn't been like, a concerted thing like I've been conscious of. It's just like, oh yeah, my ex, she did that. Or yeah, I did this before, my ex. I feel like I've done that, without even having to think about it.
Okay. Yeah. You come up if like questions are asked, like, how long have you been single? When was your last serious relationship? How long were you in it? What caused it to end? All of that good jazz. So you come up.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it my turn? I think it is.
It is your turn.
All right. What's your favorite memory of me?
Favorite memory.
Do I ever cross your mind? All right, I'm sorry.
I would say favorite memory would be later on in college, where like I know it's because I have like a couple that's just like rushed my mind at once.
She about to say, y'all. What is she about to say, y'all? What is she about to say, y'all? Am I gonna have to edit it out?
No, you better not.
Okay.
But it's not bad. It's a favorite memory. Cut it out. I was getting ready to actually go for an internship my junior year of college, and I was getting everything set up, and it was gonna have to cause me to relocate for the summer. And so I was getting everything set up. I had already put together like a sublease, met the person who I was gonna like sublet the apartment from, and all of these things. But I needed to get my utilities turned on. And the life of a broke college student, like they have a deadline of when they want you to turn it on, but I didn't have the money. And so like I was just kind of having a day, and Brandon, called, check on me, and he heard it in my voice, and he was like, "What's wrong with you?" And I was like telling him what was going on, and he was just like, "Hey, meet me at the bank." And I'm like, "What?" And so he gave me my deposit money for my light bill and never asked for it back, never threw it up in my face, ever. To this day.
Yeah.
He was just like, you know what? I support you and what you want to do and the dreams that you're wanting to achieve. And that was just like, yeah, I'd say that's one of my fondest memories.
That's a good one. That's real sweet. Yeah, that's what you do that's what you do, when you care about people and you love them, you try to look out for them. I think one of the fondest memories that I have is it's a good memory for a couple of different reasons. For one, I let Ariel drive my car for the first time, blindfolded me. And then two, it was something that
which you don't do because you don't trust people in your car.
I've never done that before, ever. For my birthday, I think like my 25th, I don't even 26, I don't know how old I was turning, but Ariel like surprised me with this really amazing trip to one of my favorite resorts that I had been in, and I don't know if you remember me saying it or you just was aligned like that and she ended up
I didn't know. You never told me.
Yeah,
you never told me that was your favorite.
Yeah, and so we went to the Sonesta Resort, which was amazing, but she didn't give me any information. She was just like, pack this. And so, you know, I thought, I'm like, all right, let me pick her up and we'll go there. She'll tell me when I get there the address. This girl walks out with a freaking blindfold. A blindfold. And I'm like, what's happening? I wasn't sure what was getting ready. I was like, well, what is happening? So she was like, all right, I'm gonna blindfold you. And I'm like, holding me. And so, of course, I cave in because I'm like, she obviously has put a lot of thought into this.
Yeah, I dug my heels in on that one.
She did. And I was like, oh my gosh, let me play nice in the sand because I know she put a lot of time and effort. So she blindfolds me and I think puts music in my ears. I don't know. I can't remember if I had like some headphones or whatever. I don't remember.
I don't know. Probably.
But I'm like, every
bump. Sounds like something I do.
Yeah, like every bump, I'm like, oh Jesus. You know what I mean? I'm like speaking in the Holy Ghost by this time, like, oh my, you know what I mean?
Whatever.
You know, because I had never had anybody drive my car before. Like, and I think I hadn't had my car.
You had just bought your new car.
I did. I mean, like, so it was just like, oh Lord. You know what I mean? So that was an amazing memory. And then pulling up and hearing them say this and that, I was baffled. But to like put the cherry on top, 2 cherries actually. Ariel knows that if anyone, all my friends, well, I don't think people notice, but I really have an addiction towards Outshine popsicles. Like I love Outshine popsicles. Hopefully they can sponsor us when we, you know, blow up. But I love Outshine popsicles. And so she had put some Outshine popsicles in the bag and had given them to me. And I was just like, oh, you remember. Like that was really sweet. And then the other part is that I had been telling her that I wanted to zip line. And so she like set up this whole zip line appointment for us to do. So that was just like, it was an amazing time. So I was like, kudos her for that. So that was a good memory.
Yeah, I'm the greatest at giving. Don't you ever forget it.
See what she not took it at?
No.
She not took it. See? Humble yourself under the mighty hand of God. She will exalt you.
I am absolutely ridiculous, but my friends have told me that I am thoughtful with gifts because I do pay attention. So, yeah. But not to toot my own horn. Moving on. What was your least favorite thing about me? Yeah.
Oh my goodness. My least favorite thing about you. That's a good question.
I know.
Probably is that like certain times I just had, probably at certain times I was just like not sure of like who you were, almost that kind of thing. Just like the fact that you didn't, you know, you kind of hid a little bit of yourself, kind of, you know, tapered yourself down a little bit and not being as authentic as you could. So I think that would probably be like my least favorite thing. And the attachment of like, you know, sometimes family can be like overbearing sometimes too.
Yeah. I'd say least favorite thing. You had such a way with words that like I would just feel cut down sometimes in our discussions. And so yeah, I think that would be that. Just like like I just, you know, sometimes you would just kind of say things and I'm like, you think I'm stupid.
If it's any consolation, I do that to everybody.
It's not any consolation.
Okay. Sorry. Oops.
But yeah.
All right. Well, now we got to end it on like one funny kind of like, you know,
one funny type of question.
Yeah.
Well, you pick it.
I will probably say, do you wish we could work out now? That's a good one.
Whoa. That's intense.
That's for the viewers.
I need a shot. This I didn't
You know
even
what? Answer the question. It's for the viewers want to know.
do they really though? I don't think that they're that nosy at this point.
They might be after seeing the first 5 minutes of this video. I don't know. They might be way more intrigued than they were before.
Probably. I don't know. Do I still wish that we could work today? Is that the question?
That's the question. That's what it said when I read it.
Oh, okay.
Isn't it awkward?
There you go. There's that tone. Transparency, right? I think there was a moment where we had like a really extremely mature conversation of just like where we felt like we just kind of unraveled and really just kind of tore this relationship to shreds. And in the process of that and learning, because like a lot of times when you leave relationships or whatnot, you never think of yourself as being the villain in somebody's story. Mm-hmm. And to hear that, you know, I did play the villain a lot in your story, I was like, oh wow. Because in my head, I thought it was just gonna be like, yeah, you girlfriend who got away, like, you know, typical stories or conversations that I've heard before. I was thinking that that's what I was gonna hear, and you were like, no, you hurt me, and here is how. So it just kind of took some time to really just kind of like, oh my gosh, I didn't know I did that. And I did, you know, and having conversations with my sister and everything like that, because, you know, I kind of confide in her. She's like a big confidant for me. I absolutely love her. And, you know, she's already married, has had children. And so I consult with her. You know, she's going on like 10 years married. Somewhere in there, child. She's gotten to the point where she forget how long she's married, so she's been married a while. But in the process of having a conversation with her, I have had moments in unpacking what we talked about and being like, man, I feel like I messed this up. Like there could have been a lot more to what we had than what was. But I also think that the time apart that we spent was necessary, more so for the both of us to really just kind of find our voices and who we are, not attached to family, friends, church, relationships, and to really just kind of figure out who we are in this space and what our actual voices are. But I have had moments where I'm like, ooh, girl, messed this up.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Well, we're glad that you all enjoyed the list of the questions.
No, don't you do that. Don't you do that. Go on, answer the question. Here. You chose it.
Moderator. I'm the moderator.
No, not right now. Answer the questions.
What was the question I asked? What do I wish that we could work out now?
I guess that's what it was when you read it.
Right. Okay. I think that the biggest thing is just like I'm super happy with just the maturity in us. I think that's the biggest thing, because like how many people can say that they have these conversations with their ex? How many exes can say that they actually are, you know, not just amicable but cordial and friendly, and you know, still wish each other well and the best. So I think that's amazing. And so I think that wishing that we work out, I'm like in I think the biggest capacity for me is just the foundation of the friendship. I think that would be, you know, that's what's important, and focusing on that and being honest about that. And for me, that's the fundamental behind any relationship. It's just, you know, having the friendship. And I like this space that we are in. So, you know, who knows what the future holds, you know what I mean, in this space. But I'm super excited that we could have that conversation, the conversation that Ariel is talking about. And I encourage everybody who can, like, don't be mad at your ex. Like, forgive them, you know, pray for them, move on. You know, if you learn something, you know what I mean, and you don't know how God may bring things, and you guys just might be the best of friends. You don't know, but don't harness any bitterness, and try not to harness any unforgiveness for that person, because something amazing can come out of that. And so I just think that that's the beautiful thing.
It's
And
time when you harbor it.
it does.
Speaking from experience.
Absolutely. And so just remember to be honest with where you are. But I hope that you all have enjoyed these questions, because they were hella awkward, Ariel.
They were extremely awkward.
But we do it because we love y'all. So hopefully you guys benefited from it.
Yes, we do.
Hopefully that you guys benefited from it. We got to get out of here as always. Like, comment, subscribe, tell somebody, share it, all of that good stuff. We'll be back again next time. I love y'all. We love y'all. Peace.
Bye.